Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. So today we got a one-nighter. As you can see, I brought in a poke today, or a sled, to bring in some of my gear. Because I'm towing in the sled, it's a little easier to bring in more gear. So I brought a whole bunch of stuff, got some new gear. We're gonna cook up a good meal tonight. And today, so we're looking at temperatures dropping at around 15 to 20 degrees. And today I'm using a 4-season tent, a true 4-season tent with a 15-degree sleeping bag. So with that said, I'm also gonna try to use certain camp hacks to try to keep warm inside the sleeping bag overnight. So let me give you a brief tour of what I got going on around here. There's a sled. There's a little creek down by that way, but I think I brought 2 liters of water, but if I do need more, I'm just gonna boil some snow. As you can tell earlier, this is the way I came in. So this area, there is no trail going here. So what I'm using right now is my Gaia offline navigation app on my phone. That's how I'm gonna navigate my way out. All right, so let's set up camp. All right, so we got our tent set up here and the gear. I just gotta unload the rest of it, set up my space inside. Now this is the Marmot Thor, and this one is the 2-person 4-season tent. And this tent actually see that inner tent as well has hardly any mesh unless you open the door inside there. And there's some ventilation holes, and I'll give you a tour inside of that later. But for right now, I'm gonna set up the inside and I'll get back to you guys. I brought some fat wood in, shave it down, feather it a little bit, and use that for tinder. Best way to start a fire. Now it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just as long as you get enough surface area to catch the fire. Now with fat wood, because the pitch is burning inside that wood, you're gonna get black smoke. So you just wanna let that burn off a little bit. So let's talk about what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Got a pound of Trader Joe's premium Angus ribeye steak, some asparagus. We're gonna season the steak today with Montreal seasoning, as well as Lawry's seasoned salt. And then with that, we got Oakshire Brewing seasonal release. This is 8.6% alcohol by volume, 80 IBU. So this one's gonna be a nice hoppy one. Now, so let's get the steak prepared, as well as asparagus. I skewered both the ribeye and the asparagus. I didn't bring a grill grate today, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna makeshift stands using the logs and put those two items right over the coals. So while the coal's waiting to prepare itself, we're just gonna relax, kick back, and just chill. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. How's that look for you guys? Cheers, y'all. Yeah. That seasoning, the Lauer seasoned salt and the Montreal seasoning, great combo. So as you can see, there's no asparagus. Bad news, guys, I burnt the asparagus. The skewer experiment went pretty well for the steak, not so well for the asparagus. Sometimes can't have the perfect camp out, but you know, you just make the most of what you can, and I'm making the most of this ribeye, that's for sure. And it pairs really good with this IPA, by the way. This is actually my first time trying Trader Joe's ribeye. It's pretty good. I got some more wood left, so I'm gonna throw it in there, enjoy that, and once it starts to get dark, I'm gonna retire for the night. I'll give you guys a tour of my setup inside. What do you think? That's like no, that's like medium well, huh? There's some pink in there. Still good. That's also why I like the ribeye cut. You can cook it a little bit more and it'll still be very tender. It's very hard to kind of come out here. I felt a little less motivated than normal. I don't know. Just didn't have it. I feel like I didn't have it in me this morning, but you know, I get a lot of support from Katie, and she did say just go out and do it. Katie and I just had our 2-year anniversary, by the way. It was good. We did like a impromptu spontaneous trip to Seattle, and Seattle was covered in snow, and that's not typical over there. So a very bustling city became almost like a ghost town that weekend. I also want to tell you guys that this coming week, my friend Mike and Rob, they're having their birthdays, or they're celebrating their birthdays together. So what we're gonna do is Katie and I, we're gonna fly out to Vegas actually. And from Vegas, we're gonna drive a couple of hours and tour around Arizona. We're gonna look at different parts of Arizona and camp, eat one night in near Flagstaff, one night near Page. We're gonna see like Horseshoe Bend, Antelope Canyon, things like that. And then one more night in Zion. And yeah, we're gonna car camp out there too. This is all car camping, by the way. And then after that, we're gonna head our way down to Las Vegas, and we're gonna spend 2 nights out there. So I'm thinking for that, I'm gonna do like a vlog-ish type of thing. So stay tuned for that, by the way. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I also want to give you guys an update on Bernie, our Yorkshire Terrier and Poodle mix. He's a little over 10 months now, and I think he's calmed down a little more especially after we got him neutered, but he still has a lot of energy. And now we finally started to let him sleep on the bed with us. The thing is, our bed is elevated, so Katie got him like these steps to get from the ground onto the bed. And what he's been doing now is he's been bringing toys up to the bed from, you know, different parts of the apartment. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't go to sleep right away when we're sleeping. Sometimes he'll come up with his toys and play with it before he goes to bed. So this morning I woke up and then I noticed how the whole bed was scattered with the dog toys. I don't know if you guys have dogs that sleep on the bed with you. I don't know if this has happened to you guys, but yeah, where Katie was laying down, it was just all covered with toys from Bernie. Eventually we want to do some trips soon and bring Bernie along to more of the backpacking trips as well. All right, so done with the meal. That was really good. Sucks for the asparagus. Rest in peace. I think what I'm gonna do now, clean up around here a little bit, just hang out. Maybe I'll talk to you guys a little bit more. All right. Alright, so here's an inside tour of what we got going on here. As usual, I got the Gore-Tex bivvy with the 15-degree sleeping bag and the pillow. Underneath that, we got the sleeping pad. And then I didn't bring my accordion air mattress today. Got my backpack that I carried on my back over there. And then this is something that I'm gear testing right now. It's a power bank that also has a plug over here for 100 watts, and it's an ongoing testing, but in a few weeks I'll give you guys some more details on that after I test it out a little. And then we got our bag for just like the tent and everything, all the stakes. I kept it in here, and my gloves, just the pockets. I got gloves in here, hand warmers I'm going to try to use tonight, and that's it. And this is a nifty little thing. Montbill actually sent me this, and this is it basically, you put a headlamp in here and then you light it up, and then it just creates a bigger lit area, which is pretty neat. So I'm gonna give that a shot tonight as well. There's that fire going over there. It's a pretty roomy tent too, by the way, in the vestibule. This is actually the tent that I took Katie on her first backpacking trip. As you can see, you got the vents over here at the top, and you can close that up, which completely just eliminates all the mesh inside the tent, as well as that door, just closing that up. And as you can see, we got that little mesh pocket over there. It's a good place to pull like an iPad or something like that and watch a movie if you're laying down, with the head over here and just watch it up over there. But yeah, that's the setup so far. This is a 2-person tent, and it's definitely enough for, as you can see, you got one person right here, and I'm 5'11", and there's still some space over here to the front of the tent, so I think it could fit up to someone who's maybe like up to 6'5", and then the other person over here. Now, because it's a 2-person tent, if there are 2 people in here, we would probably need to leave our gear outside. And